Welcome to another video on the topic, Projection of Solids, from the subject Engineering Graphics. In this video, we are discussing the projections of a cone, standing on the ground with a point of its base, and generator perpendicular to HP, axis parallel to VP. Let us see a problem. A cone of base diameter 50 mm, and axis 70 mm, is standing on the ground with a point of its base. One generator of the cone is perpendicular to HP, and axis parallel to VP. Draw its projections. In this problem, the cone is standing on HP or ground with a point of its base, with one generator perpendicular to HP. So the base will be inclined to HP, and the axis also will be inclined to HP, and parallel to VP. So the first stage of plan and elevation is to be drawn, by assuming that the axis of the cone is perpendicular to HP. Then the second stage can be drawn by making the generator of the cone perpendicular to HP. In the first stage, the base shape of the cone, which is a circle, can be seen in the plan. Draw the XY line. Draw a circle of diameter 50 mm, below the XY line as the plan. Project the ends and center of the circle, above the XY line. Mark the height of the cone 70 mm on the axis. Join the base ends to this point, and complete the cone. Since a cone does not have any base edges or base corners, divide the circle into 8 equal parts. And name those points as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let the center of the circle in the plan be O, and the end point of the axis in the elevation be O'. This is the apex point or vertex point of the cone. Project all the points marked on the base. Mark these corresponding points in the elevation as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There are no triangular faces or slant edges for a cone. So, the extreme end generators alone must be drawn dark. These are the projections of the cone, with the condition axis perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. In the actual case, the cone is resting on the ground, with its generator perpendicular to HP. In the elevation which we have drawn now, the generators are inclined to HP. So the generator is to be tilted, to make it as perpendicular to HP. Draw a vertical line above the XY line. Length of this line is equal to the generator, 5-O- of the first stage elevation. Measure the length of base, from the first stage elevation, and cut an arc from the bottom end of the vertical line. Measure the other generator, 1-O'. Cut arc from the top end of the vertical line. Intersection point of these arcs is 1'. Join this point with the endpoints of the vertical line. Mark all the points of base, and apex point on the new elevation, by measuring it from the first stage. For drawing the final plan, project all the points below the XY line. Project all points from the first stage plan also. Mark the corresponding points of intersection. In the final plan, the circular base of the cone can be seen as an ellipse. So, join all these points with a dark smooth curve. No other visible, or invisible edges are there for a cone. By this, The projections of the cone resting with a point of its base, with its generator perpendicular to HP, are drawn.